ByHeart is recalling all batches of its whole nutrition infant formula cans and anywhere pack. Now, this comes after at least 15 babies were sickened after consuming the formula. At least 9 cases of botulism have been confirmed. Results of the 6 others are pending. Right now, no unopened ByHeart product has tested positive for the bacteria that causes botulism. The California Department of Health says a previously opened sample of the formula tested positive for the bacteria. The Infant Botulism Treatment and Prevention Program in California treated nearly 70 other infant botulism cases, but did not specify sources of those infections. ByHeart says the recall will remain in place while the FDA investigates this outbreak. So we want to bring in Dr. Stephen Abrams, professor of pediatrics at Dell Medical School at the University of Texas, to talk more about this. So Dr. Abrams, first, can you explain to us what botulism is and its health effects on the babies sickened?
Botulism is a bacterial infection, and it's worse in babies oftentimes than older children. And what it does is it causes the neurological system to weaken. So babies become weak, they can't move as much, they get constipated. And eventually, if it's severe, which can happen especially in babies, they'll stop breathing or not be able to breathe enough and need to be hospitalized in intensive care.
Yeah, it's certainly scary for parents. What does the treatment look like?
So there is a medical treatment that actually exists. The California Department of Health has it. It doesn't make it all better immediately, but it shortens the hospitalization quite a bit. It's an orphan drug, but it is available for babies that have it.
Have we heard of this before? It doesn't sound like we've had botulism outbreak or many cases like this.
Well, there's definitely been an increase, but what we haven't seen are any cases that were specifically linked to infant formula use. So this is the first recall of infant formulas that we know of that's ever occurred specific to botulism. So it's going to take quite a bit of investigation to figure out what happened.
To keep this from happening, do you have any advice on infant food safety?
Well, it's important that the major cause of botulism in infants is honey. And we don't recommend babies get any honey in their diet until a year of age. So that's important. More uncommonly, it can come from certain raw milks or foods that are not properly prepared. So people need to use a lot of cleanliness in preparing their food. But the most common source is honey.
All right. Well, the warning is certainly out there, and parents should always check in with their pediatricians. Dr. Stephen Abrams, thank you so much for the insight.
You're welcome.